do it? No, I didn't. I think I was close, but I kept walking. That sucks. Probably should have chosen a shorter game to start with. I know I said I wanted to blast through this, and now I'm spending a bit of time just running at a wall, but no way. What are you gonna do? Alright, I think I know what the optimal conditions might be now. Probably should have practiced this before recording it, but I mean, I don't know. I kind of just decided to install Skyrim. So that's why I'm taking forever. And I know this glitch works because, I don't know, I've clipped through the wall several times now. Which means that it must work, at least somewhat. Which means it's possible. I guess it's good that I didn't install mods because I probably would have been trying to do this with the unofficial patch on. I don't know if that fixes this or not, but it might, and that would suck. At least I know that this works. Although it's not working now. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing this until it does work. Because it'll work eventually. I'm not stopping until this works. So this is some interesting gaming, huh? So what's there to talk about? I don't really want to talk about anything too serious. I just want to, you know, play my funny little video games. I recently played through the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Great game. I like those kinds of games that it's very self-aware. That it knows what it wants to be. I'm a big fan of self-aware games. I mean, I think those kinds of games are sick, like ones that are like, oh, this is a game. I think sometimes they're a bit overdone. I think, you know, once there's too many. But I think the ones that do it well, you know, do it well. To the point where you don't get sick of them. But I do think, you know, sometimes people saw the concept and went, oh, I can do that. And then they did it and oversaturated the market. Because I think, you know, the pioneers of it were cool. Not sure which ones the pioneers are of self-aware games. I guess, I don't know. I just feel dirty saying this, but I guess Undertale was like the first real self-aware game that I found out about. I don't know if there's ones. There's definitely ones before that. I don't think Undertale just invented self-awareness in games. But I think, yeah, I think self-aware games are sick. I mean, other ones could be, as of recently, I can think of maybe that Literature Club game. I played that one. Played that one over the past summer my friends at like 3 in the morning because I was like, I had nothing better to do. They told me to play the game, and I didn't know what I was getting into. It's free on Steam if you want to play it. I think it's just, I don't know, type in Literature Club, it'll probably come up. It's about anime. Super cool game. I probably shouldn't have said that it's self-aware, because that kind of ruins the whole point of it. But I mean, if you're still willing to check it out, then check it out. But, you know, if you're not willing to check it out after knowing that, then, I don't know, get a friend to check it out. Or play it with knowing that, and get someone else to play it. Because I think one of the best things you can do with that game, at least one of the best fun with that, is just showing your friends it. Because I remember I showed a bunch of my friends that game after playing it. While I knew what it was and they didn't know what it was. Kind of like what my friends did to me, where they knew what it was. I didn't. And it was fun. I liked it. I think oversaturation of gaming markets is certainly a problem that's in current, like, especially with indie games. I think indie games are good. I think some indie games are good, and some indie games just aren't. It's not to say that lots of work wasn't put into them. I just don't like some styles of indie games where all of them are like 2D pixel art, because I like pixel art. I enjoy pixel art, but sometimes it's just overdone, and I don't know. I think pixel art has a time and place, and I think it can be either done really well or it can be done just to go, hey, look, we have pixel art. Isn't that crazy? Because I enjoy, like every other person, I enjoy some good pixel art work. I think pixel art takes a lot of talent to do, but I think that sometimes it's overdone. People have it as like a gimmick for their game. They go, wow, look at these old graphics. Remember when this was good? And I guess that can, you know, say something about, oh, the story's good. And I do think that, you know, they're good. I like pixel art. I'm just gonna say that. Because if someone, you know, sees this and I do upload it and just goes, wow, this guy hates pixel art, then I don't know, that's not the impression I want to give, because I love pixel art. One of my friends does good pixel art, and I think it's like such a sick, you know, thing to do, but I just don't like it too much in newer games, because it seems more like a, hey, look at this, look at this, and it feels more like, you know, it's a novelty instead of an art direction. And I do think some games do it well. Like, I like Katana Zero. Katana Zero is really fun, and I don't think it would be the same if it had just normal, new graphics. But I think some games, I don't have any good examples. I just know examples exist. Which I guess that's a good thing, that I'm not, you know, actively hating on, you know, other games. Because if I can't think of any examples, then it's good. But yeah, I realize a lot of indie games specifically have pixel art graphics. Pixel art graphics are harder to do, I believe, because you have to animate each frame. I might be wrong, but I do think that's crazy impressive. But I don't think it should be done too terribly much, or else it loses what makes it cool. think gaming graphics are definitely a big conversation because I guess graphics now with all of our ray tracing, 60 frames per second games, I enjoy ray tracing. I like having good graphics in games. It makes me happy to look at puddles and go, wow, that's me in that puddle. I probably look at video game ray tracing stuff more than I should, but I just think it's so cool that we can like simulate the way light works with reflections and shadows like that well, that I think we're getting closer and closer to just being able to make like 100% realistic looking stuff. I don't think games should go down that 100% realism route. I think it's fun to watch a character like bug their way up a mountain. But I think that maybe making them look real is cool. Of course, I don't think video games will always, like, I don't think they'll ever look 100% real. I think there's always gonna be something that, like, that'll just offset it from looking real. I realize that, like, some games, like Detroit Become Human, stuff like that, games that, like, if you're not paying attention, you'd think are just a movie. But there's always just something that makes you go, oh, that's a video game. Like, it's always just there. And there's some animations that look super real, but no matter what, you, like, whether it, I don't know, it's just, you can just look at that and go, yeah, that's a video game. So I don't know if graphics will ever reach the point of, you know, being 100% real looking like a movie, because that would cost a lot of money just to make, and I don't think, you know, it would sit well with people. Like, I don't know, I don't think it would really hit the mark, because what are you gonna do when a game looks super realistic? You know, I don't want to feel guilty for like, I don't know, killing someone in Ghost of Tsushima or something. I don't wanna look at like Star Wars Battlefront and go, oh my god, I've killed someone. If it looks, I mean, I don't think anyone will ever really think that unless they're, I don't know, unless they're new or think it's a movie or something. I don't think people are gonna think that, but I don't know. I don't think video games, I don't think, you know, you really want them to be real. I think there needs to be something, just something there that makes you go, oh, okay, that's a video game. So do you think games with art, like art styles other than looking realistic, I think I can appreciate those a bit more. Like the Persona series, I don't think like Persona needs to be realistic looking. I think it looks great. Like, I like the aesthetic of it. I don't think any games like that should look realistic. I mean, Jump Force certainly showed us what that might look like. You know, I'm not saying, you know, Jump Force was bad or anything. I mean, it kind of was on certain platforms. But I mean, I don't think all games should look realistic, which like leads me into like, we've got all this hardware and stuff. To what point do we just like stop developing newer consoles and stuff for it to become, you know, realistic? Because like at one point our technology is just gonna hit a point where it just can't get any better, right? I guess with gaming, that is. We're just at a point where we just don't need more powerful stuff. Everything we want to accomplish can be achieved on one console. And of course there's gonna be the rivaling consoles with Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo. But I don't know, I feel like after a while, games will just be able to be on one like platform. I don't think. Well, I think console exclusives are still going to exist and all that. That's not what I mean by all in one platform. I think I mean like. I guess that was a bad way of wording it. I don't think I said what I meant to. I think it, you know, it's gonna get to a point where we won't need like, I don't know, Xbox, whatever, and PlayStation 20. I think like at one point we'll hit a place where the consoles are good enough that, you know, the hardware is not really gonna get better. Probably not in my lifetime, but that would be cool. I think realistic graphics will happen in my lifetime. I mean, I'm only in high school, so unless I get like killed or something, then I'll just, I don't know. I hope to see super good graphics and whatever. This is taking way longer than I thought it would.